Greetings everyone, thank you for joining me once again. My name is Nick and we're going to be revisiting a zxspectrum game called Wheelie, published by Microsphere in 1983. It's one of those games, if you had it as a kid, it's quite unique, so you would remember it and have quite a lot of warmth or nostalgia for it. But it's a basic principle. You ride a motorbike and you must go, there's a horizontal scroller, you must find a path to go right to the end of the screen. When you do get to the end of the level, you then race a biker back the other way. So here we go, and there's jumps and stunts and things you've got to go around. So it's quite an interesting sound to this. You've got your speed and your RPM there. Your fuel will go down. First level's called the Bouncy and Hedgehogs, and we'll find out why quite soon. And you must pick up fuel every now and again, or the game will end, right? So we can't go past that unless we do a wheelie over it. So there are better paths. So generally there's 3 routes going forward, top, middle or bottom. We've got to find the easiest way through. You might have just seen a hedgehog there. So away we go. You have 3 lives. I do know a cheat for infinite lives, we don't do very well. So gas, you see my cyan fuel gauge go up a little bit better there. When you get to the staircase, if you press the up button, which I'm sure you could have worked out, you'll go up. But if you didn't have enough speed, you'll come right back down again. So avoid crashing, don't die. Jump over buses when need be. Avoid hedgehogs, at least on stage 1. And yes, and that's pretty much it. But a lot of people, a lot of kids would not have got to the end of stage 1 to race the bike going by. So, you know, we might use a bit of cheaty work later on to get to the end just to see what that bit looks like. Great sound. Well, I like it anyway. It's retro 8-bit from good old 1983. So you got to review it for the era it came out on. And 1983, it's a classic, really. You'd remember this. Now the bike is flashing a little bit, so it's not as smooth as it could be. But again, folks, 1983. People will have a lot of love with this game, and I quite like it as well. The reason why I'm reviewing it was I reviewed this quite early on in the channel's history, and I was still finding my feet, and the sound probably wasn't as good as it might have been. Now the levels on this are huge. You lose lives by crashing, bumping into hedgehogs, and mistiming the speed of jumps. But try and find, right, here we go, wheelie. Yeah, well done. And you've got to find the right speed for jumping over buses sometimes. Right, a hedgehog, we don't want to bump into that. It's a bouncing hedgehog. Right, time it. Here we go. So very basic by today's standards. If you're unaware of the spectrum and you're quite young, there's no point in viewing this because it's going to be hard to have nostalgia for it. Unless you're a Spectrum fanatic. If you are a young person as a Spectrum fanatic, well done you. I think you're particularly brilliant. Games were much simpler back then. You didn't have DLCs and waiting 2 hours for the thing to update. Right, we need the right speed here. You just played it once it loaded. Right, come on. That's too fast. And I've gone over the bike and I've broken my back on a cyan coloured double-decker bus. How often have we seen that story? Right, I'll get it this time. Whee! Boof. There, that's how you do it. Good. So once you're used to the speed, that's good. Avoid that blue thing going across. Speed across. Now, I'm not sure how far we are through the level, but we've got 2 lives left, as you can see in the bottom middle. The next level is, I think, Bouncing Kangaroos. There's 8 levels in total, so I don't think many kids would have completed all of it, or indeed stage 1. If you have done, then let me know, because you're doing very impressive work. The sort of thing where if you play it enough as a kid, you'll be hearing that bike in your sleep. Gone over the handlebars again. And I've got 1 life left. The fuel doesn't look particularly good. If that runs out, you lose a life as well. So look out for when it says gas. You have to manoeuvre yourself past those. It's not overly generous for where the gas is. The only other obstacle I think, let's go over here, is ice. And the fuel looks, yeah, we've run out of fuel. Curses, man. We've run out of fuel. And now the bike don't go. So as you can agree, this is a very unique game. You won't see anything like this. If you have done, then let me know, because I want to be playing the thing. Now, I have got a level code for stage 2, which is Witty, W-I-T-T-I. Stage 3 is Shark, but we'll just try on Witty. I messed that up. So you want W-I-T-T-I. I think the stage is more or less the same, but the graphic for the hedgehog has been replaced by a kangaroo, which is a bit harder to avoid. I'm not sure if the level randomises each time. But I do like the way it moves up and down. That's smooth in that regard, although it is a bit flashy every now and again. There's ice. You have to, there's a kangaroo there. You have to drive past the ice quite slowly. Oh man, a dead end. Plot your path. 4 lives it says there. Target score 91. Oh, it's not a kangaroo. It's called the Wily Wallabies. They're the wallabies then. What's the difference between a kangaroo and a wallaby? I'm not quite sure. Right, slow past the ice or you'll skid off your bike, and we do not want to be doing that. Oh no, avoid the wallaby. Oh dear. We should have gone the other way there. Look at that effect. You won't get that very often. Right, scrolls to put you roughly back where you started off from. That's quite unique. I think the background screen's always green. If you know different further along the line, let me know, because I doubt I'll ever get to it. Because the tricky bit in this game, well, you think the tricky bit first of all is completing the stage, keeping all your lives, but then racing back a computer opponent in the other direction is super duper tricky, because you have to beat them to the other side. But if you could do that, then you'd feel great for the rest of the week, I'm sure. Right, so control your speed, judge what speed you have to do the jumps. Oh yeah, I was hoping it'd do a wheelie then, but it didn't, and I just bashed into a brick in the road. All in all, it's just another brick in the road. Down, down. We don't need no education, although a cheat would be useful. Right. Right, you keep hoping it'll be the end. Down, down. Oh, the wrong way. Return. Now, it looks like we've got to jump over 2 yellow cars, but it's the same thing as like jumping... Oh, Nick. The same thing as jumping over the buses. Fuel again, it's not looking too clever. Right, that's too slow, is it? No, he's done it. Look out for gas. Oh, there's a wallaby there in the way as well. Not like those kangaroos from the vat from well, Jet Set Willie. Oh no, do we have... Oh no. It's a kamikaze wallaby. If you are a wallaby, then comment below. I'm not sure what other systems this come out on, this game. Definitely on the zxspectrum there. Microsphere 83, well done. Right, we're putting a poke this time. We'll do stage 1 again, as we welcome you to the world of Wheelie again. Putting a poke for Infinite Life to see if I can at least get to the end to show you the AI computer biker you race against. It's a different bike to yours. Up. No, didn't work. Let's just go up this way. Don't. Yeah, so this is tricky now. If I jumped across that, I could bump into that blue thing, but it seems to have deviated up the top. That's good. Oh no! Oh, that was close. Right. Avoided the hedgehog below. There's gas, but ironically we don't need that now because we've got a poke for infinite fuel and lives. Just wait for this blue thing to go past. Oops. That's called an endo, and we got lost to life for that. That wasn't good. See the background there? It's not all solid. It's made up of lots of different dots, isn't it? And that gives it a little bit of graining and gives the game a bit of style as well. It's not a bad thing. So this is how Hedgehogs Bounce. I didn't know Hedgehogs Bounce. Who knew? Oh no, I've completely the wrong way. I should have remembered that from the last go. So I've got to go down there, back the upside. Oh, so we've got to pass that hedgehog. There's no way we can get around it. Don't want to run over the hedgehog because the spikes will flatten our tyres, I'm sure. Is it a hedgehog or is it just a bigger raspberry pudding in the shape of a hedgehog? Right, time this, folks, time this. Yay, I would have been well proud of this in 1983 and I would have played it, well, forever, I think. Oh no, that's not good. I've done that on my bike once before as a kid. You know, I think I had a grifter, a big blue grifter, and I think I put on the brakes going down the hill. Went over the handlebars because I weighed next to nothing, not like now, and the bike kept going. Crazy days, but I'm still alive. Past that. Is it? Oh, dead end again. No real reason. We need to go up the top and get past that ice, don't we? So detour. You really should be remembering this route for when you race the computer biker coming back there, because you want to be taking a quicker route than what they do. Up we go. So it's one of these games as well, for me at least, where time seems to go a lot quicker, which means I am enjoying it. Another one of those addictive ones, which is good. They got the balance of the playability just about right. Most kids, in particular boys, like motorbiking. So girls like it too, but not to that extent. And you got like this. Not really a platformer, is it really? What could you classify this as? So it's not a racing game, it's not a platformer game. Is it like a puzzle game? Is it a double-decker bus game? What is it? What sort of game is this? Arcade action, I suppose, maybe. Right. Go slow past the ice because you don't want to fall off your bike. It's not black ice, it's light blue ice. It's not vanilla ice. Bomb, 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 bomb. Stop. Collaborate and listen. I've got a problem with a blister. I don't know the words of that song, but if I had a problem, yo, he'd solve it. Check out the hook while the DJ revolves it. That's enough rapping from me. Check out my album at the end of the year. Ice, motorbike. We've missed out the gas, but we don't need that. We just need to go past Bouncing Hedgehogs. It's not a euphemism. Right. Up. No, we didn't go up because we passed. We're going to have to go up anyway. So the first decision was correct. We need to jump over that red double-decker bus, which seems to be parked in a very inconvenient place. I don't know how they're going to get it out of there. I think it's stuck. I wouldn't mind a remake of this game, to be fair. On 100. Oh, can't go past 2 hedgehogs. Yeah, a modern-day homebrew of this would be quite nice. But it's hard when you're competing against nostalgia, isn't it? Really. But as long as it's got the 8-bit there. That's some gas. Oh look, so we're forced to either go the hedgehog route. I can't go past 2 hedgehogs, or the jump in the car route. I think the lower route seems the easiest of the two, but we haven't got much of a run up here. Perfect. He did that like it was easy. Nobody said it would be easy. Is this the end of the level? No, it goes on. It goes on and on. Yeah, I was testing my luck then. But I got the timing absolutely wrong. I thought I could just floor it and go past like a man without a clue, and that's pretty much what happened, isn't it? Really. Right, the engine is ticking over. I don't know what cc's this bike is. 10 cc's maybe. Right, please. It's a bit of a challenge, this one, for a kid. A bit of a challenge. If you had the Spectrum 48K, it would be heating up quite hot by now. Bam! It is quite pleasing when you get that jump right. Right. Up we go. Past the... It's going to be a dead end, this. We all know it, don't we? Oh no, we got away with that. That was the quickest way this time. It worked. Normally you'd have to try and go up and get that gas if you're running a bit low. Oh, a hedgehog come through the floor. Does that happen to you? If you're a motorbiker in some sort of crazy cave, hedgehogs can come through the floor. Right, so yeah, you try and avoid. You try and avoid the hardest route, but you're gonna definitely have to get over those yellow cars. Right, one's parked sideways, one parked long ways. Get the speed right. Oh, he's done it again. He's getting worse, and I've broken my back again. To the hospital. Tell you what, this would never happen. If they remade this, I'm a big Horace fan from the Horace games, and there's a few homebrews of Horace as well. I'm a big fan of those games. If they remade this with Horace on the bike, whatever they call that, Horace and the Hedgehogs. Yeah, Horace and the Hedgehogs. What a game that would be on the motorbike. Let's see, code that, please, someone. Horace and the Hedgehogs, get working. Yeehaw! Another one. Yeehaw! 2 jumps in a row. Take the acceleration off to get past the ice. Dry ice. Away we go. Can't be too much of the level left now. One would have thought. Oh, dead end territory. We've got a hedgehog facing the other direction. Terrible colour clash as he goes past that green bit, but I don't mind. Seems to fit with 1983. I wouldn't expect anything else. It's really struggling, isn't it, when that hedgehog hits that dotty stuff? Oh. Boo, 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 boo. I've only ever heard that noise once before, and I think that's in Commando. It's either stage 7 or stage 8 on the Spectrum, when he's going, your troops going past the airport, I think. There's blue buses, there's red buses. He's down. More ice. No end-level bosses on this, it's just bouncing hedgehogs, ice, gas, and jumps. And then your nemesis at the end, of course, which hopefully we'll see, because we're a long way into this video now. I'm determined to see the guy at the end. We've lost 1 million lives, but you don't see how many lives we've got left down the bottom, because we've got infinite lives. You'll soon know when the level's finishing, I think, because I think it just turns into a single tunnel for a duration of time. Pass here. Would you like to do this in real life? Would be quite tricky. Or would you like to be a bouncing hedgehog? Right. Oops, lot of flickering there, lot of flickering. Hedgehogs either side, but we've taken the jumps. Time that, we don't want to bump into these blue things, whatever they may be. Oh, man. Oh, that's conned us to do the jump. It conned us to do the jump, so we had to go around that way. Right, you got to pass a hedgehog if you like it or not. That's a common catchphrase. I think Winston Churchill said it. Mark Twain, Oscar Wilde, all the greats. And now I'm saying it. Hooray! Update that on Wiki. Right. Come on, hedge. Hedge, hedge, hedge your bets. Past we go. That's it. So long, hedgehog face. Down. Jump over this bus. We know how to do that. Lot of clearance there. Up we go. This might be the end of the stage. It might be the end of the stage. No, it isn't. I thought it was then. Up the top. Doesn't seem too many obstacles there. Wheelie, please. We need to time this just right. Get the wheelie right at the right point. Up. Jumped over that. Oh no. Why did I drive back? This guy's a nincompoop. When I say this guy, I mean me. One good thing is though, when you bump into the hedgehog, when it generates your next life, that hedgehog's dead. It doesn't seem to be there anymore. It's all about knowing which... why didn't it do a wheelie? I had not enough speed. Well, I did have maximum speed, didn't I, really? And I've just regenerated. If that was your last life, that really would annoy you. That's similar to a death spiral, where you just keep regenerating on an area where you die straight away. But fortunately, that doesn't happen a great deal with this game. Down. Down. Over the cyan... Oh, backbreaker. But, I mean, even that sounds like it should be from a Horace game, doesn't it, really? Well, at the start, where they do the titles. In particular, Horace and the Spiders, Horace Goes Skiing. It's not one for epileptics, that game. So if you suffer from fits and stuff, don't watch that flashing stuff. Right, I think this definitely could be the end this time. So we turbo along. Bike sometimes goes invisible. Right, there's our opponent. The race is on, the race is on. So we've got to race this fella all the way back. Right, okay. Can we overtake just that sideway? No. Right, so you've got to go in single file till you can find a path past your enemy. Don't let him get too far away. So I'll just stay around the back of him like a cycling race. His bike does look super cool. It's a lettuce leaf on wheels, is it? Or a Dick Dastardly machine. Right, we'll try and go this way round. Oh, that was wrong. That's going back down again. And we crashed into him. Oh, the guy's a slow coach. He'll probably cheat as well. I seem to remember he does cheat somehow when I was a kid, and I'm getting really annoyed. What was it? Oh, that's how he cheats. He can drive through the walls. He's a ghost motorbike. So that's the problem. You've got to find, although your bike goes quicker, you've got to find the correct route to get past, and he can just drive through stuff. If you lose sight of him, it's pretty much game over, because then you panic and start pushing it a bit too much like me. Oh, he's long gone now. Well, at least we got to see him anyway. Let's have one last go at getting past this. Yeah, he's long gone. I can't catch him up. So you've got to be right on it. So you know basically what to do, don't you? It's an obstacle platform motorbike type game over 8 levels, and then you beat your opponent back to qualify for the next level. So I hope you liked having a look at that. I really like this game. It's a classic and a lot of nostalgia, and in a perfect era for me. So that was Wheelie on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Microsphere in 1983. Got any comments about this game, similar games, any retro memories, or anything at all really, gaming wise, then please put that in the comment section below. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.